Hello, hello. This is Gnome from server X160, coming to you with a team building video, and I figured I'd call it the Knowmish School of Bloodlines. So, sounds kind of cool. Anyhow, gonna go over my current teams, kind of my thoughts behind what I'm trying to do. Maybe I can introduce you to a few ideas on kind of how you can build your teams, because how the game is now, especially at mid and late game, you need three reliable teams. Like, you're normally going to have a strongest, middle, and weakest, but what I'm trying to do right now with just where I'm at in the game is to build two really strong teams that are hard to beat, and then have the third one be more low to medium. And so I was going to go over one or two of the teams with you here. And to do that, I figured I would do some Dungeon Descent. I already got it up to level 20. So there can be slightly harder matches to kind of give you a better idea of how the characters are synergizing. And I'll kind of show you the three teams I'm building, and then just focus on one of them right now, and then I'll clip in another one to this video for my second team. I've saved up a little bit of energy or activity points in the Valley of Conquerors, so I can also do a couple fights for you there. And we're kind of getting our butts handed to us, so everybody's been streaming. We started off over half of the game in first place, and then everybody kind of turned against us, and now they're just completely demolishing us. Now we're in third place, so we'll see if we can make it. I don't think so, but it'll give me a chance to get some fights in there. Guild Conquest, we're moving to a new season, so that just finished up. Yeah, we were one outside of the top 50, which we did great as a guild. A lot of us leveled a lot, built a lot onto our teams, and hopefully this video helps some of my teammates so that we can beat other people. Anyhow, let's get into it. So right now, currently, here's my setup. My roster 10 up here. Should be roster 1, sorry. But it has my best chance of winning most matches. I've built them really well around each other, synergies, a lot of abilities that work well together. So on a team, I think you need a hulking, a sanguine, a rapid shot. It's nice to have a inspiring, which is the Ugrul clan trait. It's nice to have a... Here, let me show you a couple of these guys real quick. So let's look at how I build my defense on my team currently. So with my female hoe, she has rapid shot, level 18. I actually could put a level 19 on her, and soon I'll have a 20 at this next intimacy challenge. But the ambitious, actually, I'm about to increase my celestial bonds to level 7 for the energy reducing celestial bond. And so most enemies that I go against now have level 7 celestial bonds, and they put it into the energy reducing. I'm assuming they do, because it's the best one, I think. And so I'm going to start dropping ambitious from all my characters, and I'll start putting, probably start adding, sorry, I was going to see if I could get the pencil out so I could show you things, but you could see down there. There's the ambitious 22. I'll probably put level 22 focused on her instead, so she can ramp up a lot quicker. Maybe not start super fast, but ramp up so that she can get her ultimate off. I only have enough orange books really to spread around, so I have level 15 of her ult, which is heavily strength based. So for her, you do need brutal, you do need strength, you do need her to get her ult off quickly, especially in my team build, because it does not have male water and sun. This is supposed to be a male water and sun counter team, along with just being really synergized and really efficient. So I need her really pumping it out. Also, where brutal helps a whole bunch is this. Oh, by the way, I want to point out 70% of the damage will be taken gradually over the next 6 seconds. So if you're going against a male Soul Reaper or a Phoenix that reduces healing efficiency, or in Soul Reaper's case, completely stops it, by having that reduced damage taken over the next 6 seconds is so nice, because their damage reduction doesn't affect it. It's really helpful. So that's a really nice bonus to her ult. And now you also need brutal for this, because she hits 2 people with these charms, silencing charm and then a paralysis charm, and they do 470% of her caster strength to both targets. So that's an active on a mage that does, what is that, 940% total of her strength damage. So you definitely need her pumping out that. And then her passive doesn't rely on strength, but the only thing it does after level 11 is goes up a 0.5% of your target's max constitution of it. That's not worth the orange books that it takes to buy this ability. So I would rather use that for other characters. And so hopefully this benefits some of y'all when you're deciding where to put your orange books, because let me continue on the team. So, oh yeah, and I showed you, she has rapid shot and she has cunning. You need one player on your team to have cunning. It's so important. You have to reduce your enemy's energy gain, because it'll counteract focused. And so that's not, or if they don't have focused, it'll do more damage to them, and all you needed is on one champion on your team to affect their whole team. So it's worth a slot. Make it a priority. It's important. And most of you by mid-game should have the Griffin clan at level 22 skills or trait skills. And so that'll be really helpful. So my other one in that group is male. So super low vigor level. He stays alive till the end of the fight, but it doesn't help, because you need the max hit points, the max constitution, so that when he ults, it does the most damage. Because the ult, which I only have at level 11 now because he's not in my main team anymore currently, it does a percentage of max con per second to enemies within the aura around him. So it does a ton of damage if you get him around 150 million, around 160 million. Really nice. So, in fact, I did Guardian Stones with him being in my primary group. And those Guardian Stones emphasize con, which I don't need anymore. I replaced with kind of my main primary team with female Lionstone again, bringing her back. And for her, you don't need the benefits of the Constitution like you do with male Askavarg. So I would rather have it in damage reduction here, or dodge here. Actually, you want your tanks to take some damage, because most tanks will have focused on them for the first 10 seconds so that they can get their ults off, especially female Lionstone. And so you don't want them dodging attacks. You want them to take hits so they get more energy, but you don't want them taking a lot from the hits. So getting that damage reduction is a way better choice. So let's go back. I'm not going to stack them for now so we can get to them quicker. The traits I have on him: inspiring. That's for my male Dawnbreaker, because male Dawnbreaker steps right into the battle and uses his ult, which is like 960% of his strength in one hit. Bam! And then here's the thing. If the target is also the same target for the female hoe, that's another 470% the damage from her active, which goes up pretty quick in a battle. And then I also have all the group buffs. So I have the Sanguine, which adds immediate strength of 2%. And then every 2 seconds they get 1.46 with level 18 Sanguine. That's all. I don't have the female Lume companion, so I can't do anything else with that. And then Hulking, I have on, well, you got to have one on every team. One Sanguine, one Hulking. Inspiring is optional. But for him, you also need energetic because you need that max constitution for like all of his abilities. You don't need brutal because the only thing that brutal affects is his active, which who cares? He's not a damage dealer. Look, he's level 700 and he's only got 1.3 million strength, and that's with tons of celestial bond boost. So don't rely on him to do strength damage. Okay. The star of my group that I've been building, only 77 vigor, so I want to start pumping him up to level 100 vigor. That's my goal. Has 4.5 million strength, has 96 million con, 1.5 million fortitude, and leadership. I don't care. So for him, this is before, I haven't got the level 7 Celestial Bonds ability yet. Let me show it to you and introduce you to it real quick. But I'm about to. As soon as this intimacy begins, I'm grabbing it, and I'm super excited about it. So it's really horrible wording. Goat Games, if y'all watch this, any of you developers or people that deal with the English translations, it says, when the battle starts, decrease all enemies 100 plus 100 energies. All allied champions share the same effect, but with only 60% of the decreased energies. So what it's saying is, when the battle starts, decrease all your enemy's energy by 200 at this next level that I'm going to. At the previous level, it was by 100. All allied champions will be reduced by 60 energy for the first level of the ability, and they'll be reduced by 120 with the second level of the ability, which is this level 7 that I'm going to get here in 2 stones. So, which will be today. The intimacy challenge begins today, so I'll be really excited about that. And so what that'll do, right at the beginning of the battle, it decreases my enemy's energy by 200, decreases mine by 120. So I basically get a net gain of 80 energy over them. And why this is important? This is important when the battle begins. And this is important when you have fought somebody and all your champions currently have energy. And then you roll into somebody else and you already have a bunch of energy built up. And so the goal, most people win in this game when you get your ults off before all the enemy does. It hasn't changed. That's how it was with Devela. And that's how it's been. So what we're going to do here, or that's our objective, but by gaining that second level of celestial bonds, I decrease my enemy's energy by 200. I decrease my own by 120. So if they have the same level as I do, then my total energy reduction will be 320. And my enemy's total energy reduction will be 320. And so ambitious is plus 300 at the start of battle. And so it'll reduce it 20 over in ambitious. So if you're just starting a battle, or even if you're in the arena, you both will be reduced by 20. So in the arena, it'll cancel out, and at the beginning of any battle, it'll cancel out unless you're rolling upon a team full of energy from a previous battle. In which case, the more you can reduce the enemies or start with more, the better in this case. So what I'm saying is, this allows me to replace most ambitious on my team with focus level 22, so that my team can get started quicker at the start of the battle. So my male Soul Reaper, has focus level 22, which increases energy gain rate by 30%. Now remember, cunning affects a whole enemy's team and reduces their energy gain rate by 30% for 10 seconds. So focus and cunning cancel out. So that's why you have to have a cunning on all your teams that you're building. And focus is really nice because, like I said, just ramps your characters up quicker. You'll see some of my synergies and combos to get my male Soul Reaper just going even quicker. So I'll be replacing Ambitious on him with Fighting Will, which is the ability of our Dravapala clan. And Fighting Will is, for the first 10 seconds, increases the champion's strength by 15%. And then they redundantly say for 10 seconds. Anyhow, again, developers, if you're watching this video, look at the wording on this. It says, for the first 10 seconds after the battle starts, increases the champion's strength by 15% for 10 seconds. So you could take off that last for 10 seconds and it would be fine. All right, so let's go back to Soul Reaper. I'm going to replace Ambitious here with Fighting Will, and that's because Soul Reaper's ult is completely dependent on strength, and you want to get his ult going as quick as possible. So if you can get him to proc his ultimate before the first 10 seconds, he'll be affected by Fighting Will, at least for his first execute. So 950% of the caster's strength, add that 20%, so 970% right there for the first 10 seconds with Fighting Will. You know, not to mention what he has, not to mention hulking, not to mention if you have high-spirited from a member of the team, which adds strength to your allies in the back row. And so let's look at the ult one more time. So he gets a damage bonus and damage reduction after any execute. So after every execute, and I don't know if this is working or not. I'm assuming it's working. So Go Games, if you can confirm it or something, that would be nice. But damage reduction, so every execute, this character just becomes stronger and stronger. And I don't know if this applies to clones. So if there is a male Bloom and he's created his clones and they get down below execute range and he executes them, I don't know if he gains 12% damage bonus and 12% damage reduction. If he does, don't run male Bloom against this guy. Bad move. All right. So, and then in dominant state, which is his ult, every time he casts the ultimate skill, it'll renew the duration of dominance and increase the threshold to trigger execution by 80% of the caster's strength. So, yeah, right now, it'll be 80% of the 900 and plus whatever strength he has. So it makes it easier to execute every enemy after the first. Okay, so for him, I have aggressive. It's only level 19. I can put a 20 on it, but I'm almost at 21. And the only thing that levels of aggressive do is how quickly the strength will go up to 20. So at max level, it's 2% per attack. And so that you need 10 attacks to max it at the 20%. And each level, the cap is still 20%. So that, again, adds on to that ultimate, which is heavily reliant on the strength. Like, that's why adding strength resistance helps a lot against male Soul Reaper, because it actually lowers the threshold that he can ult towards his target. And so with his equipment too, I'll go over that real quick. I only have 2 items of his that are level 25. And with that, I have all either level 7 or level 8 strength gems, so that I can get the plus 5% strength bonus for having 5 of them. And to do that, I have to have all 4 of these as strength, and then in the armor, I have 3 of those, and then the freebie, the wild card, I have it as strength as well. So as you can see, I need to upgrade the boots. They're all refined, so they get that 30% bonus to stats. You need that heavily. It really adds up. It kind of snowballs and starts to get really good once you get all that stuff added in there. Don't underestimate equipment. All the whales and all the big high-end players have good equipment. So Lionstone is coming back in. She's only at Vigor 38, which isn't great. So her survivability is not amazing. For her trait, she, of course, has focus. Sadly, her ambitious is only 19. I can't get it to level 22 because I got her to level 715 stars, and you can only upgrade the clan trait is if you have a level 1 mythic with a higher level clan trait and you use that in the ascension process. And so sadly I only have her at level 19, so I kind of need to level up another one, because look at the difference in ambitious. It's 45 energy difference between level 19 and level 22. That's significant when everybody's playing with celestial bonds. It really does make a big difference. So I sadly can't get that up. I'm going to have to level up another one. I might do that now, but I'm kind of trying to level up male choir a little bit. I don't know. I think I'll do another female lionstone. And you can never have enough female lionstone. She is S tier. She has been around and been great the whole time. And her abilities are awesome too. But anyhow, she's got rapid shot. And so I'm going to be replacing the rapid shot on her. And I'm going to be replacing combat fatigue. Combat fatigue is the shark clan trait. And that's when taking damage reduces the attacker's attack speed. And it's a guaranteed. It's awesome. And it's when taking damage. So it's with actives. It's as well as just regular auto attacks. And it reduces it for 4 seconds. That's a really amazing clan trait to have on a tank. But sadly, I need an inspiring for this team, so she's going to be turning green, just like my male Askavarg. Like, look how cool that looks. Completely green, running onto a battlefield, just rah! I love it. So anyhow, female Lionstone's going to be turning green. Maybe she'll be a little sick. Something she ate, maybe. And then I'm going to leave focused on her, and she's going to have her ambitious. And then I'm taking rapid shot off, and I'm putting hulking on her, because for this team I'm going to need hulking since I'm taking male Askavarg off. So again, let me show you the team that I have created. It's this one. It's roster number 9. So right now, female Ho has rapid shot and female Lionstone has rapid shot. I'm going to just leave it on female Ho because right now she's got the horns coming out and they look really cool. I want to leave that on her. And I want to make female Lionstone look sick to make her green. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on her. So here's how this team works. Sorry. I need to get this. I don't know how to fix this. Awesome app, AZ Screen Recorder. I'll give them some props. They do a great job here. Okay. I do not know how to add markers and pencil and stuff, so I'll just have to explain it to you. Actually, I can move them around like this. Woohoo! All right, there we go. That works. All right, so female Ho has rapid shot. She also has cunning. Those are mandatory in a group. You have to have those. Female Lionstone will have the inspiring for the following characters: male Dawnbreaker, male Segarak, and relatively male Soul Reaper, but he's not really there for damage. He's there to execute. That's it. So all you need on him is strength. You don't actually need damage output. You just need strength. So remember that. So, female Lionstone will also have hulking. I don't have a sanguine on this team yet. I'm debating about putting one on one of my characters, but I don't know yet because I really do need it, but yeah, that's a tough one to figure out. So what happens at the start of battle is, or keep this, here's some synergies that go along with this group. Female Ho, she uses her passive pretty quickly when the battle begins. I think it's before, actually, it's before her active. So she tosses her passive onto the P1 position, which is here where female Lionstone is. That gives female Lionstone 250 energy over 5 seconds, 50 energy a second, which I believe goes along with the focus, so she gets 30% more from that. So 30% more of 250 is what? 60 plus 15. That's 75 extra energy over 5 seconds, which turns it out, takes it to 65 energy a second on female Lionstone. 65 energy a second. That's significant. Think about that. And if her ambitious is level 22, which mine is not, sadly, then she also gets that 300 starting energy. So that's a huge energy gain. And then here's a great synergy with her. Male Soul Reaper, when his passive, when he receives any strength boosts from abilities or boosts or anything like that, instead of being able to apply it to himself, because that would be overpowered, because then he could execute everybody like crazy, female Lionstone is basically 3.93%, or times 3.93, basically times 4 of everybody's strength on the battlefield on your team. If he could execute at times 4 his strength, which mine is at, what is this, 4.5 million, times 4. So that's 16, that's 18 million strength. If he could apply that to his ult down here for the execute, he would be able to execute anybody instantly. It'd be stupid. So they did, the developers, major props on this character. I like the kit here. They made it where instead of him getting the strength boost, instead he gets energy from it at a conversion rate of 20%. So female Lionstone does almost 4 times the strength. So for me, it'd be 18 million. So 20% of 18 million is approximately a little less than 4 million. So in this case, it would be, I think 4,000 or 400. So all strength increase buff. So it actually, so think of, maybe go off a percentage here. So almost 400%. Yes. Almost 400%. So 20% of that would be 80%, right? So you take 80%. Good question. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But all I can tell you is that strength heavily increase, or strength buffs just give a ton of energy. So female Selphos gives quite a bit of energy to him, but female Lionstone basically fills up his energy bar. So that's part of the synergy I'm trying to tell you here. So when female Lionstone uses her ult, she triggers male Soul Reaper, and he becomes a nightmare. Like, you can't beat him, basically. And he will go into his ult. He will start executing everybody. Not to mention that when female Lionstone ults, male Segarak, his ult becomes stronger. His auto attack becomes stronger. His active becomes stronger. His passive does way more damage because his passive does like 12% of his strength per 3 seconds, or per second for 3 seconds. I don't exactly know. But either way, male Dawnbreaker, his auto attack, which always hits people other than if they block it, they can't dodge his auto attacks because of his passive. He is now doing way more from female Lionstone's buff, not to mention his active, which I think does 480% strength, and his ult, which does 960% strength. Female Hose active is doing more. Female Hose ult is doing more. Her passive isn't. But, oh man, it's just making everybody way stronger. But the main thing here is we're just trying to get male Soul Reaper's ult to go off the quickest. So I originally had male Soul Reaper here in thoughts of just receiving female Hose, receiving female Hose passive to get the energy gain. But then I decided, hey, why not just give it to female Lionstone, because then she can then trigger male Soul Reaper also giving everybody a significant boost. So that's why I decided female Lionstone in the P1 position, no matter kind of what the enemy composition is, which is nice. I don't want to have to mess with it. Now, here's the best part. At the beginning of the match, male Dawnbreaker walks right in, and he uses his ult. It's part of his passive. His passive says when the battle begins, male Dawnbreaker will use his ult on the same position that he is of the enemy team. So when you ult with male Dawnbreaker, you hit the position that's back here, where I've kind of got him right now on the screen. And that's the P4 position. And so that's 960% strength, okay? Right there, right off the bat, boom. That'll kill a lot of champions because they put their glass cannons in the back row normally, or people that can't defend themselves. So when you get hit by someone who's buffed with Inspiring, Hulking, Sanguine, Fighting Will, Aggressive, Brutal, oh, he's also got Foolhardy on him. That's something I found off the Discord forums, which was pretty awesome. Foolhardy, when your enemy is above 80% health, it does like 20 or 25% more damage. I only have it at level 19. I think it does 20% more damage, so it probably goes up to 25. So right when the battle begins, my male Dawnbreaker comes out, hits him with Foolhardy, that's 20% more damage. Fighting Will, 15% more strength. He's got Brutal, which is 45% more strength, I believe, or 40, one of the two. He's also got Fierce, so he's doing way more damage with the Fierce. Not to mention, I told you, the Sanguine, the Hulking, the Inspiring. Like, everybody is making my male Dawnbreaker come out, and he's only like 42 or 44 vigor. Imagine when he's 100 vigor, he's just going to come out and boom, blow up that P4 position. Now, here's the importance of that. At about the same time, male Segarak runs up to the P3 position of the enemy, and he attacks him once if it's the beginning of a new game, if I'm not rolling with energy from a previous battle. He hits him once, and then he uses his active, and then he goes to the farthest enemy, which again is normally the P4 position. So he teleports way over here, and guess what his active does? My male Segarak is only like level 31 vigor, by the way. He doesn't have any. His active says he does 400 and something % damage to the enemy. And then he goes to the furthest enemy. By the way, this is another wording thing that's messed up. Developers, pay attention. Swiftly charges behind, it says the nearest enemy target. It's supposed to say the furthest enemy target. The nearest is the one closest to you. Dealing damage to them and all enemies along the path equal to 480% of the caster's strength. That means a lot of the times male Segarak also hits the P3 position if it's a caster or a ranged person, a champ, which is really nice because he'll do 480% strength, and he is a heavy strength-based character. Targets will receive additional damage equal to 50% of their lost constitution, capped at 1200% of the caster's strength. Now let me explain to you about what just happened. This is kind of like a checkmate in chess, okay? No, sorry. This is a check in chess. That's what I'm telling you. Right now, the male Dawnbreaker comes out onto the battlefield, and the male Dawnbreaker hits the P4 position with like the biggest attack for, it can be upwards of around 30 to 50 million damage. Like, I think even with my K, I think it could be upwards of like 80 to 100 million damage maybe. With all buffs and everything said and aside, 100 million damage. But here's the kicker. Pay attention to male Segarak's ability. Deals additional damage equal to 50% of their lost constitution. And there's a cap. I'll explain that. So if male Dawnbreaker, mine even, hits the enemy for 50 million damage, half of 50 million is 25 million. Male Segarak not only does 480% of his strength, which is close to mine right now, would be 10 million. 10 million from that first part, not to mention all the buffs and everything. So let's just say 15 million. 15 million from the first part, and then it does additional damage. So Dawnbreaker did 50 million. The first part of his ability does 15 million. That's 65 million. And then half of that, half of 65 million is 32.5 million. 32.5 million additional damage will be dealt to that character, capped at 1200% of the caster's strength. So the caster's strength, imagine if the strength is 6 million, which is completely attainable. Let's just say 5 million to keep it easy. So 5 times 12, 12 is 1200%, by the way. 5 times 12 is 60 million damage is the cap. If you can do 5, if your male Segarak's damage is 5 million, which is completely capable. Like I said, look at his vigor right there. It's 31. If you're at 100 vigor, you can easily do 5 million. And then that's not including all your buffs and everything. So you're capped at 60 million. So let's say the male Dawnbreaker does 100 million with his ult and his initial damage. And he's going against the tank that the enemy decided to put in the P4 position. I will put male Askavarg. He has so much strength and I build him all constitution. So he'll rush and he'll just rock. Well, what happens is male Dawnbreaker comes out, does 100 million damage with his ult right at the beginning. Male Segarak does Like if he's buffed up to all heck, if he's 5 million times 5, that's 25 million with the start of his ult. That's 25 million damage. So add that to the 100 million. That's 125 million. Now half of that, 125 million, is guess what? 62.5 million, which happens to be his cap at 5 million. Doesn't that work out perfectly? So now it's 125 million plus 62.5 million, which is 187.5 million. No character in the entire game can take that kind of damage. Zero characters. Now here's the kicker. If somehow they survive, say it is male Askavarg and he gets hit by the male Dawnbreaker for 100 million damage, but he rushes forward with his passive. His active. He rushes forward. So now he's not the furthest target from male Segurak. Male Segurak now does his active to the P5 position. So now male Lionstone just got hit by the male Askavarg active. So she took damage. She has focus. She has ambitious. She has female hoe passive on her. And so she uses her ult like that. Guess what? Her ult makes male Soul Reaper ult instantly because his passive. Now male Soul Reaper sees male Askavarg minus 100 million plus damage, which is way below the maximum a male Askavarg can have for half. And guess what? Male Soul Reaper, boom, ultimate, takes him out right there. And so, and not to mention, look at this. If female Lionstone ults, she makes the male Segurak's passive just go nuts. So here, let me show you some of this in action. I've been talking about it the whole time. Let's see some of these synergies in action. Sorry to bore you. If you've kept up this long, major props. I applaud you. Thanks for sticking with me. I'll show you some good fights here. So let's aim for the elite enemies. Here's the positioning. Here we go. It's really sunny. I'm out here at a park, so it's hard to see. Okay, we got, there's Dawnbreaker. Okay, Segurak killed. So pulls in enemies. See the Soul Reaper already ulting, and then the female Lionstone just again maximizes the Soul Reaper's energy. And so if you're going to another enemy afterwards, like, you couldn't be in a better position than to have that happen. So here's another elite one. Let's see what happens when we're rolling with more energy. Male Dawn. Okay, first of all, Soul Reaper comes in, ults. Dawn. Okay, boom. Soul Reaper kills the P4. They both kill the P5. Female Ho gives everybody a heal and a damage reduction to kind of give them a little sustenance. The whole time, male Dawnbreaker is just, if they have a male Water and Sun, male Dawnbreaker's active limits that Water and Sun strength to 75% of the starting strength. So say you have 100 vigor, Water and Sun, that would put you at a strength of approximately 6 million. 75% of 6 million is what? 330 divided by 2 would be about close to, anyhow, it'd make it closer to 3 million. And what's nice about that is that male Water and Sun at 6 million, oh sorry, not 3 million, brings it closer to 4 million. Male Water and Sun at 4 million is way easier to defend against and live through than a male Water and Sun at 6+ million. Because imagine, a lot of teams have female Selphos. a lot of teams have buffs like female lionstone that just went off there. And that makes their male water and sun just destroy an entire team. Like I tell you, my male water and sun, I think, can potentially do 35 million, 50 million a pulse. I think I've seen over 100 million. It's insane. A male water and sun does ridiculous. Okay, so we're continuing looking at some of this here. Good. I want to take some damage because that's always good. Let's see if we can find the boss real quick. Nope. Alright. It's kind of cold here in Colorado. I had to run my truck a little bit. Female Ho getting the heal off. She had taken a little damage. Male Segarak pulling people in, stunning them with his ult. It's nice to have anyone all piled on top of each other because that means that male Segarak's pass-through is going to be doing more. But the best thing, why you want everybody connected, is male Soul Reapers active prevents all healing. That means male water and sun going off doesn't heal the team, so you can burn people down, which is the whole point of this. So here we go again. It starts off, male Soul Reaper starts off, male Dawn, male Segarak goes through, Soul Reaper assassinates P4, male Segarak pulls in 2 of the enemy, hits 1 with his tail. No, they'd already died. Female Lionstone, nice. Nice. That was good. That was really good. And so, oh, there's a boss. Cool. That's what we want. So, notice male Soul Reaper has almost full energy by the end of every match because female Lionstone just fills him back up, and as he assassinates, he gets energy. See, there was the male Dawnbreaker and male Segarak combo. Female Lionstone triggering male Reaper right there. And now female Ho maybe being able to give the team one last heal before the end of the match. And then they just take out the tank, which is no big deal because the tank can't heal. And male Segarak just does so much damage. Let's look at this damage. Look at that. I want to point out male Dawnbreaker just doing so much damage. So much. And then male Segarak also just doing an equal amount of damage. That's what I want out of this. But normally, whenever I'm fighting in PvP, male Soul Reaper will normally be the primary damage, I believe. Which, we'll do a couple PvP here. We'll do a couple. So, let's leave this for a moment. You've kind of seen how the combo works, how the team building, how the synergies work. And anyone can copy this team. I'd be flattered. I call this the Knowmish meta breaker because it's supposed to do well against male water and sun. So right now my team's in 3rd place. We're trying awfully hard. It's just not really succeeding. It happens. You don't win them all, but we have people that aren't participating. But I have great players in this. I'm going to introduce you to a couple while I'm here too. So let me check some nodes. See if I can find some enemies. I got pretty good energy, so we can see if we can do some battles. I really need that shrine before I attack because red, I think, has all the shrines right now. Let's see who's over here. See if we can build some energy. Ooh, Elia. She's really good. Godzilla, I could kill that team of Godzilla. And then Kratorius is really good, but I think I could take him or her if I'm rolling with energy. So what do we got? My team actually came in. They didn't take this shrine down here yet. Oh, looks like someone attacked or got attacked in the middle. We're trying to get this middle. Let's see what we can do here. Looks like someone maybe from my team. Yep, Cray came in. Cray's awesome. Got the gate, came in, got that shrine, attacked mid. But let's look who's mid. Oh, Godzilla's mid. No wonder. Godzilla's one of the strongest enemies other than POW that I've ever gone against in this game. So I don't know if Whale, free to play, cheap to play, I don't know status, but really good player. Has good teams too, good makeup. There's Ganjalf, really good, been in a lot of my games. And I think that's who I'm going to go for. But first, I think I might hit up that Elia up at the top to see if I can just build some energy, because they have a couple shrine advantages over me here. And so this is kind of some tactics. Oh yeah, that's where I want to go. I don't think anybody's there. Yeah, I'm kind of at a big disadvantage here. I'm just seeing if there's any really easy targets just to get some energy rolling. As you get with better players in Santhor, he's really tough. I can't probably even take him, even if I have a shrine advantage. So here's how I'm going to have to strategically do this. I'm sending down my third team, which I'll do another team building video of my second team and third teams as well, just to kind of give you an idea why I did these lineups, how they synergize together, things that maybe you can even apply to your own teams, which would be pretty cool. And it's got the male Corbett, who I'm a big fan of. I did a spotlight video on, and I really like that. So I'm going to see if I can get down to their shrine. I don't know. No! I'm a little bit short, which is a bummer. But I got our shrine. It's a strength shrine. I kind of like it more than the attack speed shrine. So here's my new team, the one we've been talking about. I got everybody in the spots that we've been talking about. So let's come the shortest distance in case we need to take a little breather. And let's give it a shot. I'm a humble person. Again, this opponent is Elia, and let's fight. Let's battle. All right, here we go. Boom. Oh, sorry, I got the ×2 on. All right, let's see that Phoenix, where Segarak's not really doing what I need. Here's the Lion Stone. Oh, come on. There we go. Can we get an execute? Oh. Segarak is still flopping around. Oh, why did my... Okay, my male Soul Reaper just never went off. So, yep, my combo did not work there. And I think if I have more vigor, and also I need to replace some ambitious with some focus, then I'll do a little bit better in those kind of battles. And again, my opponents have more shrines. They have like more of everything right now. But hey, I'll give you my secondary team, my secondary roster that I've been kind of playing with. They don't really have the Guardian Stones or anything ready to go, but let's see if we can give Ganjalf a run for... Oh, nope, can't even reach him. Darn, sorry. I thought that was going to be something kind of cool, but I guess not. Sorry, seeing if I can find a quick opponent here. And I don't want to fight Aaliyah again, because she probably has a whole bunch of, like, energy now ready to whoop me if I go after her. So we'll go ahead and leave here. Sorry, y'all, that was kind of failed. And then here, we'll do an arena or two. I'll burn a couple tickets. I'm second on the leaderboard. I've been kind of practicing some teams. Let's fight some of my fan favorites here, to see how they do. A lot of these players. Grawl, my #1. All right, his team has got the male Corbett, male Dawnbreaker. Oh, what a wicked team. All right, I'll give it a run. Let's see what we got. Come on, Grawl. He's really tough. So come in. All right, male Dawnbreaker on the male Water and Sun. It's going to end up triggering the Dawnbreaker's ult. Everybody gets 25% more damage reduction and energy. There goes the Soul Reaper, but not soon enough. Like, Grawl has so much vigor and advantage there. So let's try Moorgrave. Moorgrave's one of my favorites. We'll burn another one here. All right. Here we go. Arena. Team Synergy, low vigor, but let's give it a shot. Soul Reaper gets the energy from female Ho. They get female Lionstone off first. I got the Segarak in the back row. Just got Lionstone's ult. There goes Segarak ult with a stun. That's going to be nice. Male Soul Reaper just not being able to take off. Like, the male Soul Reaper is kind of the star of the show. And so we'll see how it goes here. Phoenix going off, just totally demolishing. Oh, never mind. Oh, that's the Scarlet. Moorgrave has a whole bunch of vigor in that Scarlet, I can see. All right, I got whooped again. I think that would have been a little different with a different type of vigor situation. But also, I feel like my male Soul Reaper is getting up there too soon, and he's taking some initial damage that I don't really want him to take. And so, let me find another awesome player, see if we can kind of get some of this going on. All right, Johnny Slow, he's pretty awesome here. Oh yeah, and he's got his team looking real good. Okie dokie. So, let's... Oh, no. I had my Soul Reaper in the wrong position. That's why. Okay, let's give this another go. Let's give this another go in the correct position. I don't know why. Maybe I was testing earlier. All right, so comes down. There's Soul Reaper goes off. All right, that's how it's supposed to kind of go down. Oh, their Water and Sun was able to go off. Okay, Soul Reaper is going to finish that up. Soul Reaper is going to finish up Almat. Their Lion Stone went off with no one to really give strength to. All right, that's more how it was supposed to go. Let's try some of those big hitters again. See if we can make a difference. All right, 31%. All right, male Segarak in first, all the way back to male Water and... Oh, yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. See the Dawnbreaker, the male Segarak just demolished Phoenix. And, I mean, his toughest is Scarlet, but my female Ho just protected everybody from Scarlet's ult, basically. So now my Reaper can just start eating people alive and preventing healing. But yeah, Moorgrave's Scarlet is just wow. Okay, that's more like it. My characters weren't in the right positions. You can see the effect that position has on a battle. So we'll also give Grawl another run for his money, see if we can do something fun there. Oh, my Reaper ended up dying. So healing's kind of prevented, but okay, we took out female Ho. Segarak comes in, destroys. Let's look at damage distribution on that. Ah, look at that male Segarak. 31 vigor. Can you imagine this guy with level 21 gear, level 100 vigor? Like, oh my goodness. He would be unstoppable. No one could stop that guy. And so get ready. This team building video is I'll do a follow-up once I get vigor on Segarak and Meldon and more on Soul Reaper. But you'll see it's going to be really nice. But yeah, look at the Scarlet of Moorgrave just demolishing. I took the Phoenix out so quickly because the combo wasn't able to do anything. All right, there's Grawl. Perfect. I'm taking you on, buddy. You're going down. All right, we need the Dawnbreaker's energy boost. We need female Lionstone to go off. All right. Oh, whoa. Nuked my... Oh, female Ho went off quick due to their Dawnbreaker. Oh, there's Lionstone and Dawnbreaker. All right, followed by Reaper. We might get a... Oh, no. Grawl's members are just too strong, man. Oh, wow. Yeah, his male Water and Sun is just beefy. I don't even know the vigor level, but I'm guessing over 100. Like I need to get some of my team. I know he has all level 25 gear, I think. I'm pretty sure. Let's look. Yeah, look at his male Water and Sun and his Dawnbreaker destroying me. And I could see it. You saw Female Ho right at the beginning take one of the biggest hits you can imagine. And see, I think that if he had a Soul Reaper, I don't know, that male Corbett was really helpful, I feel. I can't see a male Corbett being anything bad. But anyhow, Grawl is incredible. There's Pam Yar. Let's try one more. Let's try Pam Yar. Really awesome player. Like, awesome skills. His Reaper is really strong. He can just, like, overpower me if he wants. So, Dawnbreaker, Segarak. Oh, but got healed really quickly. Oh, now the Water and Sun's going off. The ult of the Bloodcraft Legend, stunning all my characters. I might be over unless my Segarak can stun. Did he stun? Nope, their Water and Sun's still going off. Segarak's down. Lionstone going off. Oh, Reaper! Go, Reaper! What a comeback. It's the Reaper, I tell you. You gotta have the... Oh, no, we're still fighting here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I think I'm going down here. He's going down. Oh, Pam Yar, so good. What a good team. Oh, jeez. I have great players on my server, I swear. Anyhow, that's kind of it for the video. That's my synergy. I feel that's, pretty fun. Gave you guys a little taste. Let's see if maybe I can do one more Valley attack. Give some people some props. Get some attacks going on. These are really good players. Let's clear them. And let's... If you guys don't use your rosters, you really should. It's important to be able to organize your teams, to be able to get that kind of rolling. So if you need to do something like in here. Oh, we got... Aha! Godzilla Kratorius. Elia she went after the bait. So I'm going to see if I could swoop in and get a decent fight here. Alright, this is with our new build. This is our build. We're all set. Get ready. Here we come. Godzilla, I'm coming for you. And Kratorius, you are next. Alright. So, Dawnbreaker hits their water and... Oh, the kill! That's what I'm talking about. With proper vigor, I think that'll happen every time. Alright, I'm going to have to move my Soul Reaper back to get the high-spirited buff from Female Ho, because he's just taking too much damage early, and I don't have a Water and Sun in the group, so he just doesn't get healed. And so you're going to have to see how I'm going to have to strategically place this. I'll do it after these battles. Oh, wow, that spider. Dang, that hit hard. All right, here's Kratorius. I got the energy advantage, but he has the shrine advantage. Male Reaper taking a ton of damage again. Oh, bringing in my Dawnbreaker. Oh, got the murder on their Water and Sun, though. Let's see if we can... Female host saved a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. Their Phoenix is... Oh, the ult just went off. Going to demolish my whole team. Come on, get the kill. Get the execute. Come on. Oh, the Phoenix didn't turn. Oh, the tides are turning. Come on, Soul Reaper. Finish him up. Female Ho, give another heal. Oh, yeah. That was so close. If one of Phoenix's ult would have hit my Reaper once, it would have executed him. Let's look at the damage here. Reaper pulling it in. And of course, I tell you that Segarak only has 31 vigor. Get ready. He's going to destroy. Anyhow, let me reposition real quick. Let me reposition that group. And then we'll end this video. So if you like this video, feel free to comment, give me heads up. This is the Knowmish School of Bloodline strategy. So if you like what you've seen and you looking forward to some other ones, don't you worry. So what I'm going to do here
is he'll get the high-spirited strength buff from female Ho, so the first 10 seconds his ult will be stronger. He'll be slow to walk up behind male Segurak, but at least when male Segurak goes to position 4, then male Soul Reaper will be right here ready to intercept that P3 position, so it won't come after the female Ho. But yeah, let's see how that does. I think that's how I want to give it a shot next time. And yeah, I'll give an update on this roster. We'll go over some of my other rosters next time. And again, this is Gnome. If you like my stuff, like, subscribe, recommend me to your guilds on your servers. Say, hey, check out this Gnome guy. He's got some pretty informative videos on how to build groups, do trait transfers through marriage, how to do your sprites, and how, all the rule mechanisms behind that. But yeah, hopefully you had a good time, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.